Recently, the Auditor-General's office released a report which flagged serious challenges in the Emfuleni municipality. Some of these include the attachment of bank accounts due to debt and delayed payments to suppliers. Let's bring in the Executive Manager for Local Government at Outa, the organisation undoing tax abuse. Julius, Klyenhans, thanks very much for joining us this afternoon. I mean, for one thing, Emfuleni local municipality has been under administration since 2018, continues to struggle to provide just basic services. At what stage do we call Emfuleni a collapsed municipality?
Yeah, I think we could have probably called that about a decade ago. We've seen even the army has intervened there on water issues. It seems like Emfuleni, as massive as it is, has been found as a ground for political meddling and a lot of corruption. We've seen that time and time again. And regardless of provincial intervention and putting the municipality under administration, nothing is really being fixed. And I think the debt ratios spiraling completely out of control.
So how do we go about addressing, I mean, when we talk about the issue and the state of municipalities in South Africa, there are a number of them that come to mind. But in your experience, Julius, what is so particular about Emfuleni that even a decade on, it's still not able to get its house in order?
Look, it's so big that it should almost be called a metro. Firstly, I think. Secondly, the political changes there, and I think just the abuse of power has really made it a ground to steal a lot of money. We've seen it happen. We've seen pollution taking place and a lot of funds being thrown at the Emfuleni municipality, but never have we really seen any improvement. So I think you almost need to start at a zero-based budget approach. One has to really be particular in identifying what talent you need within the municipality, and starts from scratch, so you can start supplying the services. Nothing has worked. So I think these desperate times call for seriously desperate measures, and one has to approach it differently. And I think the systemic issues we see around the country is that we see there's no accountability. No individuals are being held to account for fruitless and wasteful expenditure, and the political oversight. You know, you see councillors who know nothing about finances coming and voting on budgets, putting the officials that's supposed to do the work under significant pressure because they don't get the funds to do their jobs properly. But, you know, they still need to account to the very political office bearers that is in power for that 5 years.
Yeah, just to touch on what you were talking about, the fact that it's so big, Emfuleni, and that it should really be a metro. I mean, home to nearly 1 million residents. It includes Everton, Sebokeng, Sharpeville, Boipatong, Bopelong, Tsepiso. These are all residents who have been hoping against hope that the very basic issues like water provision or the payment of employees of the municipality, that's sorted out. You know, bread and butter issues, that they are addressed.
I think there's systemic issues within the municipality itself, with its processes and systems. And, you know, when it comes to the relief through free basic services and these kind of efforts, you need accuracy. So if you're going to tell Treasury, as an example, what the needs are for free basic services, and when they pay you out, actually have an indigent register that's accurate so you can supply these people with proper basic services, then you're going to find problems like this. I think, you know, with local government elections coming up, it's very important for these communities to consider using this to their advantage and applying political pressure to get the right people in place. For as long as Emfuleni is not professionalized, we're not going to see a difference. And unfortunately, we have to start seeing a separation of powers where the politicians have some kind of role in oversight, but we can get proper administration and can turn things in the municipality around. And with the efforts and taking hands with Eskom and Rand Water, the municipality owes these people a lot of money, and I think a joint effort will fix things over the long term.
Yeah, I mean, insofar as the issue of how much is owed to Eskom by municipalities, incredibly, Emfuleni owes Eskom 10% of that total debt, 8.7 billion rand.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's fair to even expect them to pay that. I think it's impossible, actually. You cannot seize the municipality's assets, or they're going to start selling the roads.
Right.
So Treasury needs to also intervene. But I think they are hesitant because you need proper the debt, but they need to be reasonable in their approach as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a staggering amount of money. Let me thank you for your time this afternoon, Julius, Klyenhans, as we continue to lose the